Another month, another con controversy. It seems like every month we're getting at least one. And on the chopping block this month, it seems, is Holiday Matsuri, also known as holmat, which is a convention that usually takes place in Florida in December, usually around the Christmas holiday, as the name Holiday Matsuri implies. The reason for the controversy was they finally put the official date of the convention out there. So it says, mark your calendars. Everyone's favorite holiday convention returns for our last year at the Orlando World Center Marriott on December 20th through 22nd, 2023. You're like, okay, it's a 3-day con. What's the issue here? You go to your calendar. That's a Wednesday through a Friday. Not many conventions do that. I think this might be the first one, actually, that's Wednesday through Friday and not Thursday through Sunday or something like that. I think the only one off the top of my head is Colossal Con or Colossal Con East, which runs from like Wednesday to Sunday, because it's like a 5-day convention. This was the official dates announced, and not that many people were happy about this. I'm just going to share a bunch of different tweets out from different people, and then we're going to discuss. Just going to say this, yeah, it's not ideal, but the attendees trashing the hotel and getting the cops called every year really has tainted the reputation of the convention as well, so I totally understand why the Marriott is giving them the shaft. So, Holiday Matsuri, I've never been personally, but it has a reputation as a major party con, and from what I've heard, in years past, this convention gets pretty rowdy, a lot of parties happen. I found one TikTok that shows some problematic behavior at the convention. I didn't want to like deep dive into minor cosplay drama or just call out posts about problematic people at the convention, but I'll play a TikTok that shows a little bit of some of the problems at Holiday Matsuri and why it seems like they're changing venues because the Marriott is just tired of this convention being here.
There's someone in a Christmas-themed Nazi outfit at Holiday Matsuri.
Hello, friend. I hope you're okay. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time this happened at an Orlando convention. In 2016, when I went to MegaCon, here are my credentials. It's me, the Bucky Barnes cosplayer. I was obsessed with Bucky Barnes then. Anyway, there was these two dudes. I believe they were dressed up as Joseph Stalin, and the other one was an SS officer. They were both holding Bernie Sanders and Trump signs because this was 2016 and this was the year for the presidential election. Images do exist online if you search it up for MegaCon 2016. I'm not putting them here due to terms of service just in case. There was also a lot of Red Skull cosplayers with the insignia as well during this year too. Like, buddy, I do not give a fuck if you are giving me the excuse that it's satire or a joke. Like, buddy, you are wearing the outfit of a person that contributed to the massacre of millions of Jewish people and minorities. Like, you're not funny. You're fucking horrible. Absolutely disgusting.
If holmat wanted to schedule their con for this whack date, they would have done so since 2011. They know this is a bad date, but it's the hand they're dealt with by the Marriott. I may not know the details, but I can see when a venue makes a change and not the convention owners. This is such a terrible decision. What about people who work? Travel expenses because of Christmas? Other hotels being booked around holmat because of Christmas? How will anyone truly be able to go? Did they even think about the possible vendors and guests? They have jobs as well. The amount of people telling holmat when it should have been and putting down the midweek choice though. Do you really think they wanted this? Do you genuinely believe the hotel offered them an earlier weekend and they turned it down and that this was simply all they could get? Honestly, I imagine it's midweek because World Center Marriott is probably jacking up their prices or not letting them do it on a weekend because some other event they decided is more important. Either way, good luck with all that, guys. LOL. Given that I now have experience working with a con, I'm almost certain weekday dates are not what they wanted, and they were probably backed into a corner by the venue being pre-booked. I wish more people understood that conventions are sometimes not able to choose the most convenient dates. holmat wouldn't willing put on a mid-week convention the week before Christmas. They probably had no other choice. And as you can see, there's a ton of angry comments about this not being ideal for anyone. However, I'm going to make sort of a pros and cons list here because I've seen both sides of this argument. The cons, obviously, we're going to go through first because most people are talking about how this is the week before Christmas, or technically the weekdays leading up to Christmas. So every hotel is already going to be booked well in advance. Traveling is going to be an absolute nightmare if you are out of state. And Florida is a very popular traveling destination, so it's going to be an absolute mess trying to get to this convention if you are out of state. Most people work during the week, so trying to take off right before Christmas is not going to be ideal for most work situations. And that even includes vendors, because like I said earlier, the traveling doesn't seem ideal. But some positives from what I've seen is if you do typically work during the weekend, this is great for you. You have a mid-week con and you don't have to take off any work. And if you're already around the area, you don't have to worry about traveling. And I've heard that Holiday Matsuri is usually really crowded, so this is kind of a form of crowd control in a way where, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm not going, who's going to go to this? People are obviously still going to go. I think we are blowing that out of proportion that nobody is going to go to this convention. There are people that are going to go. There are people that are going to be able to take off work. There are people that work during the weekend, so this is ideal for them. Or some people, just don't celebrate Christmas, or Christmas isn't important to them. So this is fine. They don't care about this being close to Christmas. And with this being Holiday Matsuri, they can't really put this on after the holidays, let's be honest with ourselves. And they probably could not choose any date that was suitable in the time frame that they wanted. They probably just want to put on this last con here to fulfill their contract, and then they were just going to move on to a different center or a different hotel. And it wasn't just Twitter complaining about these dates. A whole bunch of Instagram comments. I heard somewhere that they were deleting Instagram comments, but with the amount of comments they're getting, I'm kind of putting doubt on that one. I know it's definitely the fault of the Marriott for giving them these crappy dates, but I also blame holmat for not attempting to regulate the awful party con atmosphere that has been present recently. The noise is insane. People are drunk in the middle of the day. People harassing the other hotel guests and ruining their stay. No wonder the Marriott wants this con gone. Maybe I'm going to stir the pot a little bit. The irony of Whole Wheat Pete commenting when this is the comment below it. I'm just going to put that one out there. Yeah, there's a ton of comments going on. You can check any of their social media. It's just a ton of backlash. Facebook is also getting a bunch of backlash. Well, everyone is saying to move the con to November or January. Essentially, yes, it could help, but you have to think about the contract the con has with the Marriott. Essentially, the Marriott is the one who gives the con the yes or no on the dates. These sadly are the dates that the Marriott has given them to use. I personally feel it's a retaliation from the Marriott event coordinator. They do not want us there anymore and are hoping the con cancels, which would break the contract, and then they could sue the convention for a lot more money than what the con could make by having it on those dates. So it seems that after this convention, they are definitely going to move locations for everybody's sanity, and I feel like this is going to be a one-time thing of like, hey, we're just stuck in this bad deal. And you know what? If you can't make this convention, I feel like there are plenty of other conventions in Florida to just go to. Like, it definitely sucks to miss out on a convention you go to every year, but let's be honest with ourselves. It's not the biggest deal in the world to miss a convention one year. There are plenty of others to go to, plenty of others to just try out because you haven't gone, because you usually go to this one convention during this part of the year. So if you cannot go to this one, I would say just find a different one to go to, because I don't think they're going to change the dates. There's no way that this decision is going to get reversed. And hey, if this convention actually finally works out for you, where this is the first time you can actually go to a convention because your job won't be interfering with it, have fun. Go to the convention, have fun. But let me know down in the comments how you feel about holmat's decision on this. Do you think they're making a good one by still running the convention? Do you think it's a bad one? They should have just canceled and figured out something in November or January? Or are you somewhere in the middle where they had to do something, this is the best they can do? I will definitely read every single comment down below, and if there is an update to this situation, like a major one, I'll definitely make another video on it, but I don't think there's going to be anything major. Any minor updates I'll put on my community tab like I have with other conventions. If you did like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. If you like seeing these convention videos, I typically put them out whenever something big happens. And I do con vlogs when I do go to conventions. So feel free to check out that content on this channel as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.